Taxamillion, 360, 370, back into 360. Ron's Call, the newcomer, 440 into 420. There's been some money around there for it. They're the top three runners clearly in the betting market. Let's take you down there to Wes Cameron. Where's Lord Hatras? A 2-year-old that hasn't had a lot of luck. He's a real sort of a plain type of a horse, isn't he?
Yeah, look, I have to concur with that, Darren. He's nothing out of the bag to look at, but he has been unlucky. I haven't got him in my top three, but that's not to say that he can't win. Taxamillion, to my way of thinking, looks like a 3-year-old, and his last start victory on the 23rd of April was very good. He looks to have trained on well. I don't think the 57 will worry him. He's a hulking 2-year-old. 6 Dr. Indy is one that has really come on. He dappled up magnificently, and he really will run a race here, Dr. Indy. And the one that's probably worth watching from a future perspective, number 9, Ron's Call. He looks a Guinea's horse as far as I'm concerned. And Magic Albert Gelding, the trial was good, and I'm sure he's going to run a big race. I don't know how many runs he'll have this preparation, but to me, he looks like a summer carnival prospect. 169, I've marked them here, Darren, in race number 3.
Geez, a really strong and very mature-looking 2-year-old, isn't he, Ron's Call?
Yeah, he is, and I'm sure that he's going to run a big race today, and I just don't know how long Simon Miller would keep him going, because I think he has got guineas written all over him.
Okay. Interesting observation there by Wes. They're moving up into the gates for the running of the 3rd. And Flaunt It, Dr. Indy. 2 stablemates, both prepared by Shane Edwards, joined by Ron's Call. The Magic Albert 2-year-old, prepared by Simon Miller. In Eden's Honour goes forward. Look, if she was to recapture that early 2-year-old form, particularly her first run at this track where she cracked 33 for her last 600, of which very, very few 2-year-olds ever do. She was just exceptional that particular day in defeat. Came from a mile off them. Now there's Chilled Ambrosia going up. Hartley Star walks in, waiting on Lord Hatras. William Pike there taking his first ride aboard the Mike Storer prepared favourite. Lord Hatras, Taxamillion and Glenesk are the last 2 or 3 runners to make their way in at the 1200. And we're nearly set to go. Lord Hatras, 320, 340, Taxamillion. Glenesk walks along. All gates have been filled. Lights flash. About to break race number 3. Away and racing as well. The debutante Ron's Call got out very quickly from Lord Hatras, and Taxamillion is starting to surge over, going forward as well as Hartley Star, and they're really charging through the first couple of 100 metres where Hartley Star leads Taxamillion. He took a drop behind them with Ron's Call. Over on the outside of it then, settling into stride. Going forward is Glenesk, quickly zipping around the outside from Lord Hatras, parked in the middle. A length and a half to Dr. Indy, settling over on the outside from the stablemate Flaunt It, followed by In Eden's Honour. And the tail ender is Chilled Ambrosia. 600 metres left to go. Coming along the side, Hartley Star, the leader by about 3/4 of a length on Taxamillion. Glenesk is caught out there wide, having to work. Ron's Call tucked away behind them, travelling pretty well inside of Lord Hatras. Flaunt It looking for a shortcut back near the fence. Here comes Dr. Indy commencing a run. Further back in Eden's Honour. 300 from home, and Pike releases the brakes. Lord Hatras loomed up, headed Taxamillion. Dr. Indy starts to run on. 150 from home though, and he pulls the whip on Lord Hatras. He's 3/4 over Dr. Indy, still coming. Dr. Indy, Lord Hatras. Dr. Indy draws level, put the head in front. Dr. Indy a little too strong. Dr. Indy has just won from the favourite Lord Hatras, and Taxamillion 3rd in. Ron's Call was 4th from Flaunt It, followed by In Eden's Honour. Then came Glenesk and Chilled Ambrosia, and tailing out to run last was the pacemaker Hartley Star. Number 6 is the winner, Dr. Indy. The Zariz 2-year-old, ridden by Jason Brown at his 2nd career start, and has gathered Lord Hatras up in the latter stages at good odds too, at 13.30 and 2.60. And a good push by Wes Cameron from the yard. He gave this youngster a very, very good chance today as a horse more than likely to take a lot of improvement out of that first up run, which he has. and has just been a little too good over Lord Hatras, who hadn't had the barrier trial. And that may well have been what exposed him late, with Dr. Indy having had a run. And Taxamillion, who had to do it a bit the tough way, has fought on into third place. They finished well clear of the remainder, with the newcomer Ron's Call in fourth place in front of Eden's Honour. 6, 2, 1 and 9 the placings. Dr. Indy by Zariz out of Shadowy Outline, Carla Dancermare, raced by Marco Pierluigi, A. Rucci and D. Kovalevic, S. Delate, A. Papalia, N. Paoni, M. and N. Catalano and S. W. Price. You fair dinkum need to be bilingual to be a broadcaster. Shane Edwards, the trainer, and written by Jason Brown. I hope I got all the pronunciations right. The runner-up, Lord Hatras, is by Lord Dane out of My Hatras, owned by Mike Storer, J. Porter Smith, B. Neal and P. Fay, trained by Mike Storer, ridden by William Pike. And third placing went the way of number 1, Taxamillion. A Hurricane Sky Tax, a 2-year-old for Dr. Rod Lukatelich, Dr. M.F. Sturgeon and also M.J. Lukatelich, trained by Sharon Taylor, ridden by Takahide Ikanushi. 1:11.21 the time there. 35.60. The closing 600 margins are a neck by 3/4 of a length. It's a neck in favour of Dr. Indy, who has taken a big step forward after his first up, fourth behind King Saul. Beaten 3 lengths, but a nice enough run there. Certainly always had great scope for improvement. Race 4, the Racing Jobs Handicap, will be the next event this afternoon at 5 minutes after 2. No changes to report here in race number 4. So 13.32.60 Dr. Indy, Lord Hatras 160, Taxamillion $1.50, and a good tip 2 out of the yard today by Wes Cameron, if you're following the Mounting Yard Mail. Wes, let's go down there now. Back with you into the winner's circle.
Let's have a chat with winning trainer Shane Edwards. Well, Shane, just having a look at the group of owners, you wouldn't want to do the wrong thing. I'd hate to know what you'd wake up next to.
Yeah, they're pretty serious guys, but no, it's their first horse, and you know, we bought this horse from Magic Millions Gold Coast day number 17 for 10 grand. So Marco Pierluigi gets a bit of credit here. He picked him out, and he reminded us phenomenon. So he was an athlete. He hasn't got much of a page, but he's an athlete, and no, he's improved from his first up run and done a good job.
Yeah, that was evident in the yard. He'd really dappled up, and you just knew that the step up to the 1200 would have been ideal.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to make a nice miler as a 3-year-old. We'll just weigh up our options from here on in, and might give him a little break, but we'll see how he pulls up.
I think there is a 14 in 2 weeks' time.
13.
Yeah, 13, is it? You've already eyed it off. A very good victory there to flaunt it. And, sorry, to Dr. Indy and flaunt it, the other runner. What did you make of her performance?
Never got any room in the straight. The race was all over, so she's a nice filly, and once again, she'll make a nice 3-year-old.
And congratulations also. You've sired another filly during the week.
Yeah, number 3, girl number 3. God's hasn't got even with me yet, won't give me a boy, but no, that was fantastic.
Congratulations on what's been a great week.
Thanks, mate.
Shane Edwards here, Darren, and good win to the Zariz gelding. Dr. Indy taking up the Westspeed Nursery Handicap.
Is it his birthday? Is it his birthday?
No.
Baby bonus. Every day.
Baby bonus.
You got the baby bonus for him today.
The baby bonus.
He's gone for a while.
Yes.
And yeah.
Good news. Now all I need to Ingles will be babies.
Yeah. Guys, I put on the website, I've got a website, so you can have a look at the photos on there, mate. Thanks. Good on you, Zay. Congratulations, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, boys, you see it sucker up? Yeah, I'll see it. No worries. I'm going to go through the hoops, boys. You happy, Get that jacket off, you feel hot.
Six, 2, 1 and 9, and it is correct weight. Information now through out of the scales. Correct weight declared thereafter the running of race number 3 with the 4th at 5 after 2.